Hello. Today I'd like to do the draw for this little journal, this little giveaway. There's 14 comments, and I will be doing that at the end of this little mini tutorial that I'm going to do for a mini hidden paperclip. It also happens to be something else. This is what it looks like, so I'll just set this aside because we'll do the draw for this after. I'm excited to do the draw, and I thought, well, yeah, maybe I'll just wait till the end of the video, and then if you feel free to just fast forward and go look at the end of the video to see the draw. But I've got the numbers on here, and I'll cut this up at the last moment and do the draw. But in the meantime, to make this little mini hidden paperclip, or not quite hidden, but altar paperclip, you need to start off with a piece of cardstock or packaging that you've maybe tea dyed if you like. It doesn't have to be because you don't actually see it much except on the back here. And then once you've got that, you fold it. See, which one should I work on first? Oh, I kind of like, I'm having trouble deciding. I've got a couple of little things here I put together to make one. And I'm having trouble deciding which one I want to do first, because I might not do them both because it depends on how long this takes. Now, yeah, because this one I made, but I made it when no one was watching. Even my cats weren't watching because one was beside me and she was asleep. She's gone now. Now the other one is coming. She was standing right here, but I moved her. She's in her basket. Oh, good. She's got her eyes closed, so she looks like she's going to go to sleep. So what you want to do is you want a piece of cardstock. And I did this one, let's see, what is the measurement on this? It's about 5 centimeters in width, and in length it is a little over 15, so pretty much 16. But it doesn't matter because you can cut it any size you want. I mean, you could go 2 by 2, you can make a little square. But I kind of think this shape is cute. Now I'm going to make this one here a little bigger. So I've already got some papers cut the same size, except they're going to go this way. This goes this way because you want to be able to glue this paper clip inside there. And I'm actually going to do that right now. So you want to see the short part? On this one I put it on the left. On this one, just to be different, I'm going to put it on the right. So then it'll fit in a different direction in the junk journal. There's a junk journal I'm working on right now, and it's about 3/4 done. I'm really excited to do a flip through of it when it is ready. So I wanted to do some altar paper clips for it. So that's why I thought, well, maybe I'll do that online and show how I do this, because I think this is a really cute idea to do. And that way I get to make some ones for the junk journal. And I'm using my own little butterflies that I've done and my own paper that I've hand dyed. And that's going to be the theme of that journal. She is made out of pretty much everything that I've either hand dyed or painted. So yeah, it's challenging to do something of a single theme like that rather than eclectic. So I'm going to glue this together, but maybe before I do that, I'm wondering, should this have a curved? I like that look, so I think I will do that first. And the other thing I think I'll do is ink the back a bit. But first we'll do this. If you don't have one of these, then you can just cut with your scissors. You cut straight across. Or what I used to do before I had one of these is I would use a quarter and trace it to round off the sides. As you know, I have a cat that likes to eat paper. Not the one that's beside me now, so these will have to go in the recycle right away. And maybe while we're here doing that, I should cut these ones too. Yeah, I'm excited to see who wins. There's 14 entries. And I'm personally, you hope it's somebody that visits a lot, and you know who you are. But I have no control over who wins because I cut out the numbers and put them in that little box and shake it up, and then just put my hand in and grab a number. And then I look at my list. I've got my laptop open on the desk so that I can just look at the list of names, and whichever number, I go to that number on the list, and there you go. So these papers I'm using are ones that I've done myself. This I did with, I think it was with grapes, and the original paper is really bumpy. I didn't do a good job of straining the dye that I made. So this is actually a scan of that paper. And this is some tea-dyed paper. And this pink paper is from some, I think I did this with food coloring. This pink paper. And it's some squeezer scraps from bigger projects I did. So that's going to fit on top here when the time comes. But in the meantime, let's set that aside. And I was saying we should ink the edge, at least on the back, because it looks kind of nice when you see that. Grab some more ink on there. I really like that look. Okay, and I was going to glue it from this way. So I'm going to leave a little tiny bit of the paper clip showing because I'm going to be putting this through there later after it dries. Get my glue, and I use Elaine's tacky glue, or you could use any craft glue. I'm going to put lots, especially around where the paper clip is and on the edges. Oh, is my tummy growling already? Wow. I didn't get up too early today. Just normal time. Our power went out a few minutes ago, like just briefly. I thought my light bulb had burnt out, the one here, and then I looked around the room and went, no, the power went out. And then instead I didn't have any internet. I thought, oh great, I won't be able to do the draw, and well, I could do it, but then I won't be able to upload it onto YouTube right away. But it came on. That's nice when it's brief like that. It's not even stormy here, it's sunny, so I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I'll definitely have to go sit out in the sun for a few minutes. Usually do that after lunch just to get some vitamin D, I guess it is. So just thinking here, is that okay to do that? Yes. And press that. Sometimes I use this broken little ruler. I gotta find another one to replace it, but I like it because it's got a nice rounded edge, so it doesn't scratch or rip anything that I'm pressing. And it's pretty easy to clean. So what I'm gonna do with this is, while we're working on the rest of the project, I'll stick it under something heavy. You don't have to, but I'm in the habit of doing that. So I have this piece of slate, I guess it is, that I use for doing that. It's right nearby. Plus the cats can't get into it if I'm leave the room and it's sitting there drying. They don't know it's even there. So I'm gonna do the inking thing on these pages as well, on the edges. Had a weird week. It was one of those weeks where there were things that were relieving to hear, and some changes that I grieved about, and then some changes that may happen that I'm happy about. But yeah, a little bit out of sorts the last couple of days, so I didn't get my junk journal finished. And then I realized, Wendy, work on your junk journal. It's art, it's therapy. And just show up. So I went, okay, well, what was the thing I was working on? And started working on that again. And next thing you know, I was into it. The other thing that's really helpful to be inspired is to bring a journal that's finished, maybe one you've bought or one that you've already done. Just bring it into the room and open it up and look and see if there's something that makes you go, oh yeah, I want to do that. I want to make one of those. So I've been doing that with some Happy Meal journals that I got from Denny. I'm using them to inspire me. And you know, what I do is completely different than what I'm seeing in the journal, because you know, I have different supplies and different personality, a whole bit. But it helps. And the other thing to do is to watch a tutorial, and you don't have to follow it exactly. Like, I made something I'm really pleased with that's going to be in the journal I'll be showing when I get it done. And all I did was watch the first, I think, quarter of a Kathy's Garden video, and my mind just went, oh, I know what I want to do with that. So yeah, you can get a prompt just by watching part of the tutorial. You don't have to watch the whole thing. And that way, you're making it your own. So just show up. It's so true for so many things, isn't it? You know, when you get into a perfectionist mode and you're worried that, oh, I'm just not going to do a very good job with this. I don't have it today. But sometimes when you just show up, you end up making things kind of above your average. Like, you end up making something you love. And who knew? So what I'm going to do with this is, these are just scraps papers that I'm using too. I didn't cut anything big for these. I'm going to go like this and ink that line because my sewing machine area isn't very bright. Now the other thing you could do is glue down there, and then I would suggest probably doing that too, so you can really see where you want to glue it. Very thin stream of glue, and then glue them all together. But since I adore the look of sewing machine sewing, I'm going to grab a couple of paper clips here, hold this in place because I always regret it if I don't. I think, oh no, I won't wiggle it around, but I don't know, stuff happens between here and the sewing machine and it gets wiggled around. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go over there. It's right close by here, and sew. It won't take very long. And I'm going to put the needle right down into the line right to begin with, so that way I'm starting off straight on the straight and narrow of the booklet. And then I'm putting the needle down, thread, my little scissors out, put the needle down, press your foot down, turn it off, because I have cats that like to wander around here, and that would be sad to have the machine wrecked. Okay, so there, I did some sewing, and because I sewed right to the very end, I don't need to do any special pulling the threads through or anything. I'm just going to tie them like so. I like having gray thread in my sewing machine because it goes with everything. I forget where I learned that. I think back when I used to make purses. It's funny, one of my purses that I made that I used as a beach bag, I'm actually using for a journal bag now, because, get my fabric scissors out, I'm using it as a journal bag because that way I can keep my pen in there, my extra pen, and my little prayer booklet in there too, and my poetry book. And it's all in one place, and just kind of grab and go wherever I happen to be journaling, which is usually in the den on the sofa. I get up before my husband does generally. Put these threads in my thread drawer over here. Take these off. And there we go. A little booklet. Now I gotta choose, which side? Well, I don't think I want that side as a front. That's kind of cute though. Yeah, actually why am I doing that? Because that's gonna get glued down. Maybe I do like that. Oh, yep. You never know, eh? You think, oh no, I like the other side better, but the reason why I'm thinking I might like this better is look. That's cute. The butterfly. Okay, so I plan to glue. Oh, I just knocked my other glue down. I plan to glue this on here. I'm thinking I might end up working on the other one too, because then while this is drying, I can work on the other one too. So if I glue that, I can trim this off, I guess, after. So let's see what's the good side. Doesn't really matter, does it? And it's that hard to tell. I would say it don't matter no how. So let's put this like so. And we'll glue it on. And this is, I'm not even sure, remember what this is. Is it ribbon or lace or what it was? I keep scraps and, oh brother, now I'm starting to organize my scraps too. But maybe that's okay, because I'm thinking for really tiny things, like, that'd be fun to make snippet rolls on thin ribbons with really tiny scraps. Just glue the tiny scraps on and then maybe sew over top of it after. I'm really getting into that idea, so I started organizing some of my messy scraps for that. And why am I using my fingers? I usually use this little thing. It's all covered in glue. It came as a thank you gift with something that I bought a while ago. It's handy for that. Oh, I like it when there's a little bit of fraying. I'll put that in the thread drawer too. It's Friday today. Have you got plans to do something outside this weekend? I'm hoping that it'll be nice tomorrow morning so we can go for our long walk. We have this long walk we like to do. Like for us, it's a long walk. Yeah. It's the first part of it's uphill and then the rest of it's gentle downhill. And it takes us past a creek and through a little mini forest. And also I get a chance to see the mountain view. So if it's a clear day, I can see the local glacier. And one of the things I especially like about the walk is it's in my neighborhood. We don't have to drive there. We don't have to deal with traffic. Although we don't have bad traffic here. It's a town. It's not like a big city or anything, but still, it's nice when you can walk to where you want to go. Like one of the post offices, the ones that I go to do my mailing. I can't pick up parcels there. It's a different one I have to go to for that. But the one that I go to do mailing is walking distance away, and the staff there is so nice. There. That's, I think, going to be cute. Now I wonder, the sun is shining through the curtain there, if I can move it to stop it from being quite so obtrusive. To use my ruler, see if that works. Where is that? I think that helps a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, sun's good, but when you're trying to film, it's a bit awkward. So I have glued that on there, and well, it's looking like I can keep working on it. Don't have to start the other one to let anything dry, so that's good. I thought I would put this on. It's just a piece of vintage, what do you call this? Seam binding? Yeah, seam binding. I was going to say bias tape, which I have a lot of that too. And I could put that, say, there, and then just glue these there, or let's see what color are these other ones. Oh, I think it should be these ones for sure. And I could just put them down like that, and the butterfly there. What do you think? I think I like it. Yeah. I don't want to get into perfectionism mode, because that just causes problems. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'll put some glue on the ribbon, and I don't think this has a good side or not, does it? Make sure the knot is tied up good, and so that when I glue it in place too. Looks like I cut pinking shears on one side but not on the other. Well, let's cut this off pinking shears too. This must have been a scrap. Yeah, it was. I remember now. Okay, let's put this in the thread bin. Drawer. Okay. There. Yeah. Or this side. What difference does it make? Oh, I think for some reason I do like the other side showing. So put some Elaine's tacky glue on there. It's stronger than the regular white glue, but it also doesn't dry like crazy fast. Faster, but not crazy fast. So it's forgiving. I can move things around a little bit. Yeah, I think that's cute. Not perfect, but that's okay. And then this butterfly, which I fussy cut recently, I'm going to just ink the edges a little teeny bit more. I also gave it a little bit of a shine, a little bit of extra protection, just by putting a little bit of watered down white glue on it. So that leaves me room for those, right? Okay, let's do that. Let's glue him on too. Yeah, I noticed in Kathy's garden, she doesn't actually use Mod Podge, it sounds like. She just uses watered down white glue, and I'm noticing that it's cheaper, but it works. So when my Mod Podge runs out, I might not bother buying anymore. We'll see. Fix it. There we go. And now, yeah, see, it's different than that one. Got the butterfly a different way. I like that. Don't want them all exactly the same. So if there's, do I need 5 on there? Is that too many, or should I just put 3? Oh, I think if I put them really close, I think I kind of like the idea of 5. So let's just measure how close is that. And this has a slight pinky purple tinge to it. This is just my imagination. I think it does. Yeah, imagine. That's what I'm going to call the journal. I had a really cool little thing that happened while I was working on it, which maybe I'll talk about that. I remember when I'm showing it, but maybe I should talk about it now because I might not remember. Yeah, I was working on the journal, listening to a podcast, and podcaster writers, and they talking about an author who was wondering what her word of the year would be. I don't know if you've ever do that. I've done it. And she was looking through her Bible, came across this one scripture, I knew that she'd read before, but this one word in the scripture popped out, caught her attention, and she realized that, yes, this is the word. And while I was listening to it, I kind of felt this little aha in the back of my mind. And I stopped and I went back and looked at the word that I had just stamped in my journal that I was working on. Oops, I'm going to have to clean that off. And what happened was, I mean, how many different words are there in the world, right? And the word that I had stamped was the word that she had chosen for her word. So I had a name that I was going to use for that journal, the one that I'm working on, that's going to be showing hopefully in a few days. I had a name picked out, but I wasn't crazy about the name, but it just seemed like it was a placeholder till I had the right name. Well, when I heard that word, the author's word of the year, and I happened to have just used that stamp, I'm like, oh, goosebumps. I like that word because I really liked the verse that she got it from. And that word is, maybe I should wait until you see the journal and then you'll see the word, but then I won't remember to say this part of the story, will I? Okay, so the word is imagine. Yeah. One more thing I want to put there is, like I did on this one, a little mini sequin. I don't know if I have, I think I'm at the end of my mini sequins. Came from a package of stuff I got from the thrift store. I have tons of sequins, but not tons of little mini ones like that. So I'll be sad when it's all gone. In the meantime, there's still some left, so let's use them. There. Now this is where I know I need to leave this set aside to dry before I do anything else, because that takes a while to dry. So I think that's centered. So we'll sit that over here with that one. And we'll start another little journal. Well, that's drawing. We won't necessarily finish this other one, but you can see that's under there drying nicely. Probably is ready too. We'll just sit that there for now. Remind me to dry it, to glue it on there. Yeah, this one here, I wanted to have more of a green theme, because the journal that I'm working on, Imagine, she has 3 main colors, themes, a yellow, green, and pink. So this is going to be, this one's going to go, I guess, probably in, I guess it could go with the, this will go with the green and the yellow. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't plan that very well, did I? But that's okay, it doesn't have to be exact. And I can add something to make it go more with one of the other colors. Or maybe the pink section gets 2. So this one, I've done the same thing. Take a piece of cardstock, flatten it really nice on the seam there, and see if I measured these properly. Looks like I did. So what I want to do is, I love that look of the rounded corners. Don't have to do it, but you know, if you like it, you like it. So, sorry for the noise on that. Okay, we need to, you're going to ink the back again? Yeah, just in case, you know, it shows a little bit. And edges too. This is pretty dark and it's already tea dyed, so it doesn't really need much. And again, gluing this. Now, which side should I glue it on? Yeah, if I made this shorter, you could glue it so that you can put it on the top of the page. But see, it's too tall to do that. It would stick out too much. I'm going to make it also for a side. I'll go back over to this side. Glue the shorter part in there. So you've got the longer piece here to slide onto a page. Leave that sticking out a little bit for that string that we'll use. You could use ribbon. You could use embroidery thread too. Okay, so then what I'm going to do with this is put it under the piece of slate to dry press it, and then I think it might be safe to work on the other one again. Just a tiny bit sticking out. Okay, you go under there. Well, I get to work on this one again. That's probably not quite dry, so I'll have to be gentle. Now this one I had it on the left, and this one's on the right. So now what I'm going to do is glue this to there, and it seemed to make sense to glue it this way. Put the glue on here. It's a lot easier to work with it this way than to try to put it all over there. This I did measure well, so hopefully I'll get it on there. Straight do. Edges are especially important to get the glue on. And put this last last page on there. Looks like it's covering well. Turn it over to check too. There's nothing hanging over. Not looking good. Pressing with the round edge of my ruler. Just helps it get rid of the excess glue, but also any wrinkles. Now when I see a little bit of white there, that's a perfect time to take the little inker and settle that white down. Yeah, I'm glad I used this side. Who knew? Definitely goes with this, and it goes with the tea dye color in there because this was tea dyed. Now I'm ready to put this through here. And if you didn't leave quite enough room, then you have to do what I'm going to be doing, and that is threading it through. Sometimes what I do is I just grab something small, like a crochet hook. You can just poke it through that way. And if I mess up the edge of this stuff, it's okay because I can trim it off. There we go. I'm wondering if I forgot something. It can't be this simple, but I'll tie this here. That way you don't lose this. You're tying it to something. And depending on what you're using, if you think it might come untied, you might want to put a dab of glue there, but this seems to be okay. Now I'll tie this in a bow. You don't want to pull too tight because you don't want to wrinkle your little booklet. Yeah. So now there's two of them, and how they work is you can put it on a journal page. Just slide that out of the way. There we go. See this one here, you open it up. It also has pages. I don't like to put too many pages in because I don't know about anybody else, but I get bored if I have something that's got too much writing space in one little spot, because I want to move on because I'm excited about the other pages. And this here is actually a pocket. Because when I was folding the paper and I saw there was an extra inch, rather than cut it off, I went, oh, I'll fold it over and make a pocket. So that's what I did. And the other thing you could do too to make it easier to deal with the string is put this onto the book first, then tie it so the string doesn't get in the way. So I think I won't finish the third one because we've been at this for about half an hour. I think we'll go on to the draw. But you can imagine what this will look like, and you'll get to see it in the completed Imagine journal when I get it done. Yeah, I came across this idea accidentally one day. You know how I was saying you don't always have to watch a whole tutorial. If it sparks an idea of your own, then go and do that idea. And that's what happened. I saw something on Pinterest, and next thing you know, I was doing something that was completely different than what I saw. Yeah, they didn't make it into a booklet. It was just plain, right? There wasn't anything to open or anything. And that was fun. And now I've been making them regularly since then. So now for the draw, I've got on this piece of paper 14 numbers. When I'm getting excited, I'm not even going to win anything, and I'm excited. I'm going to cut them up like so. So they're all in there. Pardon the glue on my fingers. Looks like my skin's peeling. Reminds me of something we used to do in school, and that was, I don't know if you guys ever did this, That was to spread the glue on your skin, on your hand, and then let it dry, and then peel it off. Like, yeah. Didn't we have enough work to do or something? Guess we didn't. I forgot all about that. I just remembered that. Some of the silly things kids would do in school, self included. Yes, and that was a copycat. Okay, so before I make you feel carsick, because I'm starting to feel carsick, I will. Okay, it's time for me to make the draw. I will stick my hand in there, and where's the papers? And just have them all in one corner here, and grab one. And it is number 7. 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 days in a week, 7 notes on a scale, 7. I love the number 7. Okay, now I need to go over to my laptop and see who number 7, the 7th commenter on YouTube, 7th person is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Karen Young, 2855, she has won. So if you can, Karen Young, she won. And if she can email me, then I can find out what her mailing address is, and I can get the prize out to her. My mailing or my email is, I'll put it in the notes, the description notes too, but it's purslanestudio@gmail.com. And this is the prize to celebrate 300 subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. And I hope you're having a peaceful day. And if you had a tough week, I hope that you managed to find that serenity in the midst of it. Sometimes it's hard to do, and sometimes it's just not trying to do that gets us there, right? Maybe just playing with your junk journal stuff, listen to music, go outside, notice nature. I took some pictures of crocuses that were blooming already. It's like, oh my goodness. Next thing you know, I'll be planting a garden again. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely weekend. And I hope to be back in a few days to show Imagine. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be a fun flip through. Anyways, take care.